Hi everyone, welcome back. Now this video is about the four great Renaissance artists, namely Leonardo, Michelangelo, Raphael, and Botticelli. And my friends, also in this video, I'll be sharing with you my tips on how to tell their paintings apart. So if these things interest you, then by all means, please continue on watching the video. Now, first things first, it must be noted that these four great Renaissance artists are very different in terms of their techniques. Although, my friends, if your eye is not trained in terms of spotting them, you may have this conjecture that all of their paintings would be the same. So, my friends, knowing the nuances of each of the artists is very important in determining or in telling apart their particular masterpieces. Now, let's begin with Michelangelo. My friends, are you aware that Michelangelo does not want to paint? And for him, painting is the lesser art. But even though he hates painting, I may say that his work inside the Sistine Chapel is a very terrific job. And I think that is one of his long-standing legacies. Now, my friends, how to know if a painting is by Michelangelo? Well, here are the things that you need to remember. Number one would have to be Michelangelo's technique. My friends, it must be noted that Michelangelo paints in the fresco tradition. Now, what is the meaning of fresco? It means applying paint on wet plaster. And usually, this is being done on walls or on ceilings. And that is the technique used by Michelangelo in painting the ceilings of the Sistine Chapel. So that is number one, his fresco technique. Number two, my friends, would have to be the anatomy of his characters or subjects. It must be noted that most of his characters, actually not most, but all of his characters or subjects are very, very muscular. So it's all about the muscles. So my friends, if you see a painting and then the subjects or the human beings are so muscular, then by all means, there is a high percentage that Michelangelo painted those things. Now, number three would have to be his depiction of the body of a woman. Now, my friends, it is very strange for some because they would find the depiction of Michelangelo's nude women quite weird. And one of those who would find that weird would have to be another great Renaissance artist named Leonardo. Leonardo da Vinci criticized Michelangelo's nude women by saying that Michelangelo's nude women are just male bodies with breasts. Now, what do you think? Do you think Leonardo has a basis for that? Next is Sandro Botticelli. Now, my friends, I may say that Sandro Botticelli is one of the most underrated Renaissance artists during his time. But my friends, I may say as well that he was able to produce a lot of masterpieces, one of which would have to be The Birth of Venus. Now, how to know if a painting is by Sandro Botticelli? Easy, my friends. Just have to focus on the depiction of the human body. Comparing it with Michelangelo, which is actually very near to his style, the huge difference would have to be the depiction of the human body, as I've said a while ago. Michelangelo is all about the muscles, while in Botticelli is all about the curves, as I think depicted in the painting The Birth of Venus. And I think that is one great difference between those two masters. Michelangelo, muscles, Botticelli, curves. Also, my friends, I think Botticelli would have this very unique way of painting certain parts of the body. Like number one, the hair. Number two, the neck. And my friends, for me, I think I would easily spot a Botticelli painting by looking into those particular parts of the body. Number one, the hair. Number two, the neck. Let's continue with Raphael. Now, my friends, Giorgio Vasari, who is a very renowned biographer of Renaissance artists, he said that Raphael's technique is actually a conglomeration or combination of the techniques of other masters during that particular time. Raphael is very open in terms of adapting techniques from other masters. Now, how to know if a painting is by Raphael? Now, here are my observations. Number one, his background. In most of his portraits, the background would have to be grassy hills. Number two, the depiction of some body parts of the human beings. Now, my friends, it must be noted that based on my observations, the lower lip of most of Raphael's paintings, the lower lip is actually protruding, more prominent than the upper lip. Number two would have to be the cheeks, medyo chubby, like chubby cheeks or protrusion of the cheeks. And not only that, in terms of the colors being used by Raphael, the colors are not as pastel as Michelangelo's, but not as yellowish as Leonardo's. And I think you would get this upon me showing you a comparison. So those are the qualities of Raphael's paintings. Now, last but not the least is Leonardo. Now, my friends, here are the things that you need to remember in trying to determine if a painting is by Leonardo. Number one, it's all about Mona Lisa. Well, my friends, correct me if I'm wrong, but after seeing a number of paintings by Leonardo, I was able to have this conjecture that most of his depiction of the woman, or maybe even men, they would all look like Mona Lisa. Like they would resemble some parts of Mona Lisa for that matter, right? So if a character pretty much looks like Mona Lisa, then by all means, it is painted by Leonardo. Number two, the very unique glow of the painting. In most of his paintings, my friends, unlike Raphael, wherein the colors are bright, my friends, with Leonardo, you would be observing a goldish, yellowish glow, like what you can see in the Mona Lisa, like goldish, yellowish glow, right? Next would have to be the background. If Raphael would use grassy hills, Leonardo's background in most of his portraits would have to be the Rocky Mountains. That is very common in most of his works. Next would have to be the work being unfinished. Because my friends, Leonardo is known, actually infamously known to be a painter who would not finish most of his works. So if a work is unfinished, most likely that is by Leonardo. Next would have to be the Leonardo finger. I have observed this, my friends, that in most of his paintings, some of the characters or maybe the main character in the painting would do this. So I think so that's why I called it the Leonardo finger, right? The Leonardo finger. Hi everyone, I'm now here still in Vienna, and in a little while I'll be entering the museum, actually an exhibition about Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael and Botticelli. Typically they're Renaissance masters, and I'm so excited to see the exhibition. I actually don't know what is inside, but I'll update you later. So that's it, my friends. Now, to my USC students, your task is this. I want you to survey paintings of these four great Renaissance artists and be prepared for a discussion next meeting during class. Now, for the rest of you, thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye, everyone.